direction, minus 4, minus 8, minus 20, minus 12 and minus 16. So the step of considering the match score, mismatch score, gap score and filling the first column and first row cells is called as matrix initialization. It is called as matrix initialization step of dynamic programming. Okay, so it is called as matrix initialization step. Now second step is filling the remaining cells here. So the remaining cells has to be filled by considering match, mismatch and the gap scores. All three must be considered. So a cell in this matrix can get scores or can get help or can get scores from three other previous cells. So this is cell M11, cell M11. So the scores can be derived from M00, M10 or M01. So it can get scores from three directions: diagonal direction, horizontal direction and vertical directions here. So suppose now what we do is we take that cell, we try to zoom the cell and try to understand what is happening here. So here I'll do, I note down 0, A and A. So is score of minus 4, score of minus 4 and this is M11. So this cell I am calling as M11. So M11 can get score from M0, okay, then score M1, and then score M0, 1. So it can get scores from three previous cells in three different directions. So here if I am getting score from M00, so suppose if I want to take scores from M00, then I have to look for match or mismatch. The presence of match or mismatch is there or not. So here A and E's match is there. So from M00, 0 plus the match score we have taken earlier is plus 2. And if I want to take score from M0, 1 or M1, 0, that means I want to move in horizontal or vertical direction. In that case simply gap scores will be added up. So M0, 1, so already previously minus 4 is there, then add plus minus 4. Similarly M1, 0, simply minus 4 is there, so to this minus 4 add another minus 4. So here what is happening here is I look about match and mismatch when I am trying to get scores from diagonal direction, diagonal previous cell, but in vertical or horizontal I don't care about whether what is match or mismatch. Simply I add up the gap scores. So first you find out the probable score values from three different previous cells, then you pick up the highest value here. So in all my three cases here I got 2, I will get 2, minus 8 and minus 8 here. So in this direction minus 8, in this direction 2, in this direction minus 8. So out of all three, 2 is the biggest value. So 2 is the highest value. So what I will do is simply I will take the value of 2 and I fill value of 2 here. So now the first cell is filled here. Now second one is, now I will go to next cell. In this cell can get score from in this direction and horizontal direction. So when try to get score from diagonal direction, so here previous cell score is minus 4. To this minus 4 I have to look match or mismatch. So here T and A is a mismatch here. So minus 4 plus minus 2 I can get minus 6, and this horizontal vertical direction I have minus 8. So minus 8 plus minus 4. I don't care about match or mismatch, simply add that one. So it will be minus 12. Then in this direction 2 minus 4. So already I have 2 score here, 2 plus minus 4, I will get the value of minus 2. So here I am getting score from the gap score here. In this direction it will be minus 2. So I will get the value of minus 2. Same way you will get minus 2 here, and then minus 6, minus 10, and if you move into this direction 4, then 0. So since I am expert, 4 0, I am filling the values here, 404. Then here I will get minus 6, minus 10, minus 12, minus 16. Then I'll have the value of 2, minus 2, minus 6, minus 10, then minus 2, minus 6. So 2 minus 2 here, so I'll say minus 2, 0, and then minus 2, 2, here 2, minus 16, and minus 4. So the second step is completely filling all the values. Now while doing the process here, we have to note one point here. The point is from which cell you are getting the scores here. So I keep arrows. Those arrows actually traces the path of getting the final value. My final solution of 2 I got from these directions, these directional arrows here. So the method of tracing these values is called as third step, trace backing here. So the Needleman-Wunsch algorithm has 3 steps: matrix initialization, matrix filling, and trace backing here. So matrix filling is a little time taking step, but ultimately the value you get at the last bottom right side score value is called as the score of the alignment. Plus 2 will be the optimal alignment score here. So here you can see I'm showing initialization of the matrix with the scores possible, matrix filling with maximal scores, and trace back the residues for appropriate algorithms. So you can pick up Needleman-Wunsch algorithm by simple practicing of 2 to 3 problems here, simple alignments here. The score of a cell is given as max of M00 plus S1 comma 1, M1 comma 0 plus W comma M0 comma 1 plus W. Here W corresponds to gap score. So S1 comma 1 corresponds to match or mismatch score here. So max corresponds to pick up any maximum value from this set here. So this is another diagram showing Needleman-Wunsch algorithm here. So the algorithm looks very clumsy, but it has ultimate or best solution. You will get only one solution. So final solution, the final value will be your alignment score here. So this is a trace backing. To visualize the trace backing, so you only see the path here. So using this trace backing, so you can insert the gaps here, so in our sequence. And there are several online tools are available for Needleman-Wunsch algorithm here. So here practice with this online tool, experiments.mustafa.io. You can paste your sequences and you say match score and mismatch